Okay, today we're going to cut foam. You know, foam is kind of like a bread that you should not eat, but it's kind of like bread. It's bubbly. When they make foam, they put it into a great big bread pan, if you will, and they cook it, and it bubbles up. And the great big piece that comes out before they slice it into pieces, they actually call a bun. So you see, there's a bread analogy. So if you think about cutting bread, what would you use to cut bread? A bread knife. This is like a bagel knife, a cake knife, any kind of serrated edge type of a knife. Actually, the longer the blade, the more easier it is to work with. But some type of bread knife. A lot of times you can get these at, Target or whatever for $5 or something. So here we are. We have a piece of foam right here, for example. You can see this one has been cut in a slightly angled or slightly curved direction. And of course, we'll talk about this later, but you can glue foam together. This one's been glued. So how do you cut foam? Well, what you need is a Sharpie marker, and you want to mark off the line that you want to cut. So I've marked off a straight line here, and then I'm going to use my bread knife very simply to cut this. Now what you want to do is you want to score the foam rather than saw the foam. So to score the foam, you're just going to go straight across, and don't press too hard. Press lighter. It's better to do a number of light strokes than just one or two heavy strokes. You'll get a smoother cut. So depending on how thick the foam is, you can cut right through it. Now, key thing is you want to make sure that your knife is at a 90-degree angle, or else you're going to have a kind of jabberwocky type of piece of foam. So make sure you're keeping it at an even angle, nice and light strokes, and you can see that it cuts a very smooth, a reasonably smooth line. Now remember, foam's going to be under pressure in most cases with the fabric, and also usually you'll put a little bit of batting over top of it anyway. Occasionally you'll get a curved line. Now if it's a gentle curve, you can still use the same method that I just showed you a minute ago. But if it's a more radical curve, such as this one that I've shown you here, you may have to put your knife at a side. Now it's a little more tedious, you got to pay closer attention, but you can still do it. Just do little nibbles at a time, making absolutely sure that your knife is at a 90-degree angle. Don't try to cut too much at a time, just little nibbles, and you'll see, even on a somewhat radical curve, you can get a pretty good line. There you go. It's a little bit, not totally smooth, but it's close enough that it'll work for what you need to do. So that's how you cut foam with a bread knife.